I've never been a car guy. I'm just not a car guy. But I understand that, you know, your presence and what you do and how you show up to things is important. I love my Kia. I love driving this thing. I really do not have any problems with it. It's been a great car till this point, but I think it's time to get something that's a little bit more fun, a little bit more, you know, eye-catching. Definitely not like a Ferrari or anything like that. I just, like, unless you are a car guy, I don't think that really makes a difference, honestly. Let's head out, let's see what we got, and I'll see you guys at the dealership. So, wasn't expecting to just buy it, but that is now officially mine. They're going to detail it, they're going to deliver it tomorrow, and take my car away. So I'm now the owner of a BMW i8. Coolio. So let's go home, let's grab some food, and when it's delivered tomorrow, we'll see that. Yeah, so I said the car was going to get delivered. That was 2 days ago. They wanted to make sure everything was great on the car. They wanted to make sure it was all polished and stuff. And now we're going to go pick it up because the guy who was supposed to deliver it apparently had something happen with his family member or something like that. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I'm nervous. Guys, we are officially in the Batmobile. It doesn't drive as fast as the Batmobile, but it looks sexy as hell. Oh my God, I'm ready to go. I really should get some matching pillowcases. Obviously, it's a couple days later because now I have a mustache, and the car's still doing great. It's been about a week since I picked it up, and we're gonna go over that in a little while. I was actually supposed to go drop it off this morning to have the rims done, to have the tint done, to have everything done to it that I want to have done to it, but just being honest with you, there's two reasons I didn't do it. One, I am so back and forth on what I want to do with this thing color-wise and how I want to wrap it, how I want to do like all of the like little accents and stuff like that on it. And then two, I got charged twice for the car. So the company made a mistake and I don't know what they did wrong, but basically got charged twice for this car, which I'm not going to pay that. And until I get that figured out, I don't want to put any more money into the car because that would be stupid. Today, we're going to go over a couple of things because I've been getting a lot of questions about brand deals and how I'm able to afford the things that I afford and how I'm able to live the lifestyle that I live, what I do for a living. We've gone over it before. I am a content creator first and foremost. I work with a lot of brands making ads. You've probably seen them. The Built ads, the Manscaped ads, Weston John Boucher. All of these different brands come to me to make their ads. And then I have my agency side of things where basically we help scale these different brands. We also run their ads. So big time brands, big time names, and that's another part of my business. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. A lot of people don't realize that there is a lot of money and a lot of success you can have in this business. And throughout this video, I'm just gonna kind of give you guys how I started, where I would start if I were you, if you want to be a content creator. I did this myself. I didn't have any guiding forces. I didn't have any mentors in my space. I just kind of winged it and it worked out. Thank God, not me. All praise to him. So let's start with where do you start in branding? So where do you start when it comes to, you know, building a brand for yourself and ultimately getting brand deals and working with some of these major companies? Honestly, the easiest way and what I did and what I've, you know, taught all of the people that I've coached in this is find the brands that you really want to work with. Find the brands that mean the most to you. And that's the easiest part of it is basically, what are you wearing? What are you using? What are you rocking? And this doesn't have to just be clothing. So from there, you probably already have some of their products if you love them that much. The first thing you're going to do is do some content with that stuff. So let's say, you know, let's take you back to where I started. One of the first brands that I ever really started with was Cuts Clothing. And with Cuts, I loved their t-shirts. I still love the brand. I think they're great. I will never talk down on that brand just because they really got me a start and they're still a great company. I do like Built Better. So what I did is without reaching out to them, I just bought a bunch of their clothes, right? They sent me my package and I said, okay, what could I do with these things? And I was watching Casey Neistat and he made a commercial for Nike without Nike's permission and without Nike hiring him. And he basically made this really sick commercial and he sent it back to them and they ended up running it. And I was like, I wonder if I could do that with Cuts. So I got together with my buddy Gordon, who's been in a lot of these videos. And I said, hey, you're a videographer. I have this clothing brand. I really want to shoot some stuff for them. Would you help me out here? And he said, sure, I would love to. And this was around Black Friday, I think in 2018, 2019, right when Cuts was kind of getting like off the ground. And I shot them a Black Friday ad, super high end, super cinematic. Gordon absolutely crushed this thing. We had like 5 outfits in downtown Phoenix at the Science Center. And we basically just made this insane video on some insane cameras, made it super cinematic, and took a ton of photos for them. And I basically put it in a package, and I sent it off to them. And I just said, hey, you know, got this stuff done for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. Through doing that, they had just brought on a guy named Gabe, who was the influencer marketing strategist or specialist, or the guy who manages all the influencers in their program and the ambassadors. And he reached out, he's like, yo, this is sick. Why did you do this? And I was just like, you know, I love the clothing. I'd love to, you know, do more with you guys. They ran the ad for Black Friday and it crushed. And from there, we basically started off. That was really it. And they kept sending me clothes. I kept making content. They kept sending me more clothes. I kept making more content. I'd post on my Instagram. I do a lot of styling and a lot of this kind of stuff. And that was really the start of it, because from there, it didn't happen overnight, but after a while, I started getting paid to do this. And it was a small little stipend at first, then it was commission, then it was, you know, a little bit more money, more clothes, more deals. And through doing that, I gained that confidence to start reaching out to the other brands. And I started, you know, building my portfolio in that. I'd worked from everybody from hair care to, you know, supplements to more clothing brands to cars to all that stuff. So start with where you're at, get the product that you like, and start creating content. Because I can tell you right now, if you don't just enjoy making content and you're making content for the reason of making money, you're never going to be successful in this, ever. Even if it's UGC content, even if it's anything, because you're going to get burnt out. I genuinely love making content for the brands that I work with, and it just has scaled from there. So first and foremost, pick the brand that you love or brands that you love, get the product, and start making content. I should just, why am I holding this fucking thing? Just doors go up, which is sick. Getting in and out of the thing, you can look really sexy getting into it because you just sit down and slide in. Getting out of it is absolutely impossible. That's what I'm saying. You got a quick jump in it. It just doesn't make any noise. What does it sound like? That's the funny part. The door goes up. That will never get old. But watch how unsexy this is to get out of. All right. So getting into this thing, you literally just sit and fall in graceful, right? It's just super easy. Getting out of this thing, it's like, make sure you don't hit your head. And you will knock yourself out like 3 or 4 times getting out of this thing. Howdy, Jess from Osmo. Oh, not Osmo, you're Symbiotica now. You're still, see, here's the thing is you're still Jess, Osmo, Symbiotica in my phone. While you guys are at it, Symbiotica, I don't think I have a code, do I? I don't have a code with you guys. Symbiotica, do I?
Scotty Scheller.
Scotty Scheller, pick up some Symbiotica products. We're doing a vlog on how to become a content creator. So, back to us talking. All right, next when it comes to content creation, it comes down to the actual content creation part of it itself. And a lot of people have, you know, this misconception that you have to be perfect on camera. You don't have to be perfect on camera. Be yourself. I think that's the biggest problem that a lot of people have, and that's what I see a lot with the content creators that I work with and the content creators that I coach, is they come in and they're the greatest people in the world, but then once the camera hits them, they turn into completely different people. And that's not going to work with content creation. People want authenticity. People want to actually know you. When you meet me in public, it's the same person. Be as natural as possible when it comes to the camera. When you're talking to the camera, think of it as a friend. Don't think of it as you're talking to a big group of people. I hate the people who are like, what's going on, guys? How's it going? Da-da-da-da. I have done that before, but the problem is when you think about it, people who are watching your content aren't watching it with other people. It's normally a single person watching you. So talk directly to that person. Talk to the person as if you're a friend. Talk to the person as if you are just giving them advice, as if you were on FaceTime with them. And then it's just practice. Get in front of the camera more. You have to be okay with getting out of your comfort zone and being your natural self. So that's number 2. Be yourself and create content that's for you and for a single person. Wasn't planning on working out today, but you know, when the feeling of working out comes, you answer it. There's a hole in my box. This is a good time to touch on it. When you're working with brands, you want to work with the brands that you would actually buy if you weren't working with them. I work with North Star Bison a ton. I buy all their products just because I love the products. They do send me a lot of stuff, but I want to support them as much as they support me. So finding the brands that really they match your personality and you would use them no matter what is so key in creating authentic, real content for these brands and showing them that you're actually worth working with. And one of the brands that I absolutely love and I've been using it forever and you guys keep seeing them is Manscaped. And Manscaped has just always backed me. They've always been a part of my life and I'm so happy to be a part of that team. And they're actually the sponsor of this video, so let's roll it. Well, my friend, the holiday season's here again, and it is time to give the gift of grooming. And I don't think it gets any better this time of year than the new Chairman Pro from Manscaped. It's the latest and the greatest in everything facial hair. I'm just not feeling in the spirit yet. Give me a second. Ho, ho, ho. That's more like it. Now let's go over everything the Chairman has to offer. First and foremost, you're gonna notice the skin-safe 4-blade foil razor. That's for the men who want that absolutely smooth finish. But maybe you're like old Saint Nick and you wanna keep a little bit extra on the face. That's where the stubble trimmer attachment comes in. Super simple to attach and just make sure that you still have some of those nose ticklers to hang out. And just like in all of their products, it does have the skin-safe technology on it, so you don't have to worry about nicks or cuts. Because Santa knows best when it comes to taking care of your sack. Next, you're gonna notice the Flex Adjust technology. This just allows it to contour to your neck and your face, allowing for a comfortable shave every single time. But let's say you do need some extra precision, it does have a lock on it to keep it in place. Plus, it's waterproof, so you can use it in the shower, or if you're out in the snow, you're not gonna have any problems. As you can tell, I like to keep a little bit of length, but this thing can handle up to 5 days of growth, no problem. And with 75 minutes of charge life on this thing, you don't have to worry about it dying on you, even if you're covered like a Yeti. So stop waiting around for your milk and cookies. Go over and pick up the Chairman Pro for yourself. Use my code SS20OFF, save yourself 20% off, and get free shipping. Because I don't care if you're naughty or nice, you deserve to be smooth. The more I talk to new creators and look over the content that they're already making, the more I realize that a lot of them are missing one key element. And I think that one key element, I know that one key element is storytelling. Most people don't know how to tell a good story. They just kind of get in front of a camera and they just start blabbing and they don't know how to take somebody from a beginning, a middle, and an end. I want you to think about your favorite movie. Best episodes and the best movies always start with a hook. It starts with something that gets somebody engaged. It gets people intrigued. It gets an emotional attachment. And that's what you want, is you want to catch that emotional attachment with anybody that you're trying to create content for. Get that, that initial hit of dopamine that they feel. And then you take them along a journey. You take them through the process. You're fixing the problem, or you're giving them something in that middle that really kind of intrigues them along the way. And in the end, that's where that call to action, and that's where you spin it in a way of, you need this, and this is why you need this. I'd say all of the stuff that works 99% of the time is good storytelling. So if there's a skill that you could develop as a content creator, it is the skill of storytelling. What I want you to start thinking about whenever you're thinking about creating a good story for yourself is, what does the initial person need to hear to get them engaged in this? How do I evoke emotion in this person right now? If it was me and I'm talking to myself, what emotions do I want to feel in this moment from this product, from this service? And then you basically have to go from that to the body of your video or the body of your content. And the body of your content is giving information. Information. You want to give them enough that gives them value that they say, okay, I want to learn more. Then when they want to learn more, that's when you hit them with the, if you want to learn more, or you want to check this out for yourself, or blankety blank, whatever your end call to action is, that's when you send them to the site, that's when you send them to the service, because content creation is just like a business. A business and content creation are just finding a problem, finding the solution, selling the solution. So let's say that the problem here is, I don't know what shirts I want to buy for, this upcoming holiday season. First thought is, okay, well, I know what shirts to buy for the upcoming holiday season. I know that, it's fall time right now, so it's going to be a shirt that you can wear with a layer. It's going to be more of a fall color. So I'm going to basically put together some kind of content that says, are you struggling with finding the perfect t-shirt for this fall season? Well, let me help you out. And then I'm going to take them along the process. Listen, it's super hard to find great quality clothing this time of season, I understand, and finding the perfect piece for you, it can be hard. But luckily for you, I found what works for me, and I think if you take some of my advice, you're going to find the perfect shirt for you as well. Then you take them in a little bit deeper. So I've been wearing these shirts from Built for the last little bit, and these are absolutely incredible. So many different colors, so many different designs, so many different patterns on them, and different kinds of material, so there's something for everybody. Whether you're tall, short, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, it doesn't matter, they've got something for you. Let me walk you through it. If you're going to be doing this, this is the shirt for you. But maybe you're not going to be doing that. Maybe you're like this. Well, this is going to be the shirt for you. Either way, whichever one you go with, you're going to be happy. Just make sure that you grab a layer to go on top of that. See, now you're building into them what they should be doing, and you're adding more value into what they should be purchasing. And then you leave them at the end. Hey, if you guys have any more questions though, leave them for me in the comments down below. But if you're ready to buy, head over to BuiltBasics.com right now and stock up on all of my favorites. Here's the link. It's that simple. You basically just brought them down a story and you invoked emotion. So now that you have that in mind, remember, Find a way to build a story, get really good at storytelling, and I promise you your content, no matter what it is going to succeed. So there's obviously a lot that goes into becoming a content creator. This was just a rough overview of the things that I did to start and then building my business along the way and a couple of the key points that I really focus on. But there is so much more that has to be discussed in the content creation space. So I think I'm gonna make this a series, or else this video is gonna be, 6 hours long. So I'm gonna break down each one of these points over the next couple of weeks of how to become the best content creator for yourself. So if you have any questions, maybe you're a content creator already, but you're having a little bit of trouble getting to that next step, or you have one little thing that's kind of getting in your way, let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to make a video on it to help you get past that roadblock. But this is the perfect time to announce that I am going to be coming out with a course to help all content creators take them from A to Z, how to land brand deals, how to negotiate contracts, how to shoot content, how to get proper lighting, proper audio, the things that you need and the things that you don't need to become a content creator. That's gonna be dropping in the next couple months, and I'm really excited to get it out to you guys, so watch out for that. And I'll be keeping you guys updated. But if you do wanna work with me one-on-one, you don't wanna wait for the course to come out, or you want more direct help where I go in, like I do with a lot of my clients, and I look at your content, I give you, a full valuation, and I walk with you hand in hand on how to get your first brand deal, how to shoot the content, how to work with the brands that you've been dreaming of. I do offer that as well. So if you're interested in that and you're ready to invest in yourself, definitely shoot me a DM over on Instagram, or you can email me at my email below and we'll get you started. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in this video. I'm gonna get started because I have a couple of pieces of content I gotta shoot myself, but until I see you again, we'll talk soon. Peace.